Man, what a glorious day today. 75 degrees, overcast, man. I am out and about. Today I'm going to be heading to the VA, man, my local VA down in Huntsville. And thought I'd bring you guys along. I'm on the North Alabama Highway. Riding out. Man, I've been working, man. I got 2 days off back to back. Haven't had 2 days off back to back in like 14 days or something. So, you know what I'm going to be doing on my days off. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get it in a little bit. And you know how it is in the South, man. The South weather is you just don't know what's going to, if it's really going to rain or not. It's about 66% chance tomorrow. And get it in today. Ride to the VA, and then ride up and through Athens a little bit. So, it should be a nice, relaxing day. But anyway, so I'm heading over to my VA, and you know, I got out of the military a long time ago. I did 3.5 years in Bamberg, Germany. I did a little over 3 years. Well, I cleared a little over 3 years in Fort Stewart, Georgia, and you know, and there's one thing that when you get out of the service or whatever, there's one thing they don't tell you, and that is, you know, you can go down and enroll in the, you know, your local VA and get medical benefits, you know, and they don't seem to tell you that, you know, that's a thing, like, that you can literally just go down to the local VA and register. So, you know, when I got out, one of my friends told me, he said, "Yeah, man, just go down to the VA and go ahead and register, and you get medical." Now, you didn't have dental back then, but you know, we had you get medical and vision. So I went down there, you know, and registered, and ever since, you know, I've been out of the service, you know, I've had medical through the VA. And, you know, as a veteran, the VA will take care of you, you know, and, you know, you don't have any monthly payments, you don't have any dues, you know, you don't have any, you know, charges. The only thing that I have now is like co-pays, right? Like if I get my medicine, I have to pay for like little co-pay on my medicine. If I go see my doctor, you know, I have a little co-pay for my doctor. And that's just recently they started doing that. You know, I mean recently being like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something. But hold on a second here. You know, and if somebody would have told me that, hey, you know, when I was getting out of the service, go to the VA, register, you get medical and stuff like that, of course. But a lot of veterans don't know that that is a benefit to being a veteran. You know, I talked to, you know, younger veterans now getting out of the service, and I was talking to somebody 2 days ago, and, you know, they've been out for a year, and they're like struggling with their job and everything and trying to get medical. And I said, have you been down to the VA? And they're like, no. I was like, well, you know, if you go down to the VA, then you'll get medical benefits. And, you know, they had no idea that that was a thing, you know. And I've talked to many vets that they don't know. I mean, they keep it a secret, you know. So, I think a lot has changed over the years since I've been in. I've been with the VA for a very long time now, and the VA went into a process to where they're like, if you made like so much money, the VA wouldn't see you. You know, if you made over like a certain amount, you know, it's like you were unable to get VA benefits, which is a bunch of shit, because it doesn't, you know, it shouldn't matter like how much you make. I mean, if you served your country, you know, the VA, you know, the government should be taking care of you medically, you know. So, you know, then they did a whole like, if you weren't service connected, meaning that, you know, if you didn't get out of the service with an injury, then the VA won't see you, right? So they used to do that also. And over the years, you know, we've got a lot of, you know, Congress people and senators fighting for the VA system, fighting for vets, you know, to be able to get benefits. And in this, you know, in this past 2 years, man, they have opened up to the VA benefits the way it always has been and should be. And that is, you know, if you were ever in like the desert, if you were in burn areas, if you were, you know, all these criterias of if you were, you know, in these areas or stationed in these places, you can get benefits, you know. And they're opening up the doors for veterans. It doesn't matter, you know, service connected or not. Like, you don't have to be hurt in the service to get, you know, military benefits. You know, you just have to be a veteran, and all you got to do is go down there and fill out one sheet of paperwork, and they'll get you a doctor to see, and you will have military benefits. And I've been with the VA, you know, and they've always taken care of me. And you hear some things about, you talk to people at the VA, and, oh, you know, the VA, you know, they don't do shit. You know, you'll die at the VA. You know, it's, you know, if you get sick and you need to see a doctor, it's going to be like 6 months to a year, and to see a specialist and all this type of stuff. And well, you know, it used to be like if you had to see a specialist, then you were on a waiting list. But when Trump was in office, you know, one thing Trump did is Trump made it to where soldiers, you know, we can go to regular doctors, and if the Veterans Association, or, you know, whatever state you're in, if that facility is full and it's going to be a while till they can get you, then you can go to another specialist, another doctor, and the VA will pay for it. Now let me give you an example, right? So I pulled like basically like I pulled like the muscles in my neck and down the left side of my arm, you know, like a couple months ago. And so I went to the VA for them to look at it, and they did the x-rays and everything to make sure it wasn't like skeletal, you know, that it's just muscular and all that. So, you know, once I did all the x-rays and they noticed that it was like muscular, you know, they set me up with to do, you know, therapy through the VA, right? About 4 days later, the VA called me and said, hey, look, you know, we're so backed up, like, as far as therapy goes, that, you know, we're going to go ahead and send you to, like, your local therapy place where you live, you know. And that's like, you know, and she's like, you know, which one do you think you want to go to? And I was able to pick, you know, the therapy place that I want to go to. I picked like TOC down in Madison or whatever, right? But there was like 2 or 3 options they give you. And what's great about it is, you know, I had like, you know, I was in therapy for, you know, 6 weeks, you know, twice a week, or 5 weeks, twice a week, for them getting my shoulder and my neck to where it's able, you know, I can get a rotation on it, and it's just getting better. I got exercises to do, but, you know, to the point is, you know, they took care of it, man. They hooked it up. I hate these big trucks, man. You can't see shit around trucks. You know, they took care of it. They, you know, hooked up. They sent over all the paperwork. You know, the therapist called me, set the appointment, and I went over there, and I was in there the whole time. And that's what I'm trying to say is, you know, veterans, if you're listening to this, if you're a veteran and you don't know, you know, you have benefits through the VA. And this month, and actually literally June 1st and July 1st, they are opening up enrollment for like veterans that, you know, have never been able to get benefits because they were sticking it to you. about their limitations, right? And people not being able to get seen, you know, and it's just awesome, man. So I tell all my buddies, I have a lot of friends, they're on the service, you know, that they just didn't know that, man. They've been out for like 6 years, 10 years or whatever, 11 years. And, you know, they just did not know that they could just walk down to their VA, fill out their paperwork and get medical, you know, and that's one of the great benefits of being a veteran. They had so many stipulations, but over the years, you know, they didn't have any stipulations. And then over the years, they've really clamped down on who they're going to see, which is absolutely crazy. And now they've opened everything back up. I mean, you know, you don't have to be service connected. Just go down there. I mean, they have done nothing but take care of me, man, since I've been out. Like, I have a doctor, you know, I see a doctor routinely. They take my blood, they check me. I got my, you know, they send me my medicine. I got vision. I can go down there and get glasses when my eyes get that bad, you know. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff, you know. Like 15 workers are probably all standing around looking at digging a hole or whatever. Yeah, so, you know, I really just wanted to talk about that, and it just, you know, they've been good to me. And you might hear horror stories, or you know, people that, like, you know, they don't do nothing for you. I'm telling you, man, over the years they've really gotten good. You know, the waiting times, but the being able to go to a regular doctor, like I have the Huntsville VA, right? It's like a small, you'll see a picture of it when I get there. And the closest like hospital for VA is Birmingham, which is a couple hours away. So what he does is, you know, is if I need to go to an urgent care, right? I go to the urgent care, I have my ID card, they scan it, and the VA covers that. If I have to go to an emergency in the hospital, I have my ID card, they scan it, and the VA pays for it. If I have to go to the hospital or whatever, I mean, you're going to have like a copay, like $50 or whatever. It used to not be that way, but now they do the copay based upon like, well, how much you make. Like, if you don't make anything, you know, your copay is basically nothing. But if you make, you know, however you make is basically what your copay is kind of like your copay is on a scale, you know. So they literally take care of you, and it was never that way, man. And when Trump was in office, he brought all that back, where veterans, man, we can go anywhere now. Hold on a second. And it's just a great benefit that a lot of veterans don't know about. They think if you're hurt, the only way you can go to the VA is if you're hurt, service connected. Now, I got all kinds of, you know, stuff I could claim, probably like this and that. I mean, I was 13 Bravo gun bunny, man, artillery, you know, so I can claim like all kinds of crap back and hearing and all, but I don't know, man. This is just me personally. I don't have any service connections. You know, that's just kind of me and how I feel about it. You know, I served my country for that period of time, and, you know, and that's that. So, but I'm telling you, look into it, guys. Call up your local VA, find out where it is, your clinic, and go down there and enroll and see if you can get yourself some benefits. So, yeah, I had a bad fall, man. I pulled my shoulder out, like, I don't know how long it's been now, 5 years probably. Not on a motorcycle, you know, just a dumbass fall. And yeah, I pulled my shoulder out, man. My whole shoulder came out. And, you know, the VA, you know, I went to the emergency room or whatever, and I went to the emergency room, and I mean, they set my arm back, and I went through therapy through oh shit, man, battery. I was wondering what that was. Man, battery cage is open. Shit, I'm gonna have to pull over. I'm gonna have to pull over here. Alrighty. So my shoulder was pulled out, and you know, they put me, I mean, I was like 8 weeks or something, or 9 weeks in the therapy. But it took me like man, like 8 months, man, to get my arm, you know, two exercises a day, you know, to get my arm where it was like actually like full motion and back to where it's supposed to be. This fucking road sucks. Ugh. Yeah, so anyway, they did all that, and all of that, like, you know, all the the therapy and the emergency room and all this stuff cost me, I think I paid right at $75 for like everything. And that's just only because of, like, you know, like what I make. But if you were to make a lot less, or, you know, didn't make a whole lot of money, it would have been like either free or like minimal to nothing. So, I mean, you can't beat that. You know, so they've done nothing but take care of me as far as anything I've ever needed, like my medicine and my doctor. And it's just nice knowing that, you know, you don't have that medical expense, man, especially like, you know, when my kids were young and I was paying their medical, dental, and child support. You know, I had the VA there, taking care of me medically, man, so I didn't have an extra bill to pay, that I could just go and get help, you know. So you guys getting out of the service, man, go to the VA and register. And people who've been out of the service forever, you still qualify if you served at all. Honorable discharge. Go down to your VA, man, and you might even have claims if you want to claim, like your knees are bad from the service, or maybe your hearing, or whatever, you know. Just go down there and talk to them and give it a shot. So this is a bad part of town down here, man. Once we take this left and you just keep going, it is rough, you know. But as you get into the city anyway, man, closer to the city and the inner city, it just gets rough, you know. More bars on the windows. You know, when you're riding around, there's bars on the windows, you know, like, man, they're kicking it in. So yeah, man, like, if there's something you want to hear, or something you want me to talk about, or whatever, man, just throw it down in the comments. I'll talk about whatever. Politics, guns, man, you name it. You know, I get flagged for like gun stuff, not, you know. I got gun stuff on my channel too. It's just, man, you YouTube hates gun stuff, man. They hate gun shit. You never get it. You get some views, but man, you want to get flagged, do guns. Guns and fucking politics, man. So, but I'll still do it. I'll talk about whatever, man. If people want to hear about it, I'll talk about it. Man, she sounds good. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. See that slow speed maneuver I got there? Come on, sir, you got it. Third Infantry Division. That was me, man. That third ID. VA Outpatient Clinic. Man, look at them, man. They even give us, like, man, we get our own little parking space. I'm telling you, man. Coming today, I gotta pick up a few things, but I gotta make an appointment with my doctor too, because they called, but I was like, shoot, I'm gonna be out today, so I'm gonna be out, man, so I'll just come up here, make an appointment with my doctor while I'm here, get my little checkup, make sure my dick still works.